Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. Today I've got two replays to show you in the Tier 8 American medium tank, the TL1 LPC, which is basically the unskinned version of the Stone Cold. And yeah, so we've got a first map here on Canis. We are top tier. There is one enemy front police, and I think one or maybe two enemy light tanks in the game. And what I like to do for this spawn, considering it's team destruction, I'm going to push up nice and early to see if I can spot any of the tanks crossing. We do spot a couple of Tiger 2s, and I decided to take the gamble, go for the early damage. And yeah, that was a little bit risky because I could have had some damage in return. Thankfully for me, it got absorbed in a track shot. So I've now pulled back to this position here. I was actually planning to move to the rock further ahead of me, but I kind of pulled out where I got lit and I felt I was going to take too much punishment. So I decided to come back to this position and see if we can get any shots in there. What now that the enemy team are crosses spotted. So we, decent start to the game. We've got just shy of 600 damage. We're now going to push forward to the rock where I was intending to go, where I can try and stay hold down and keep the enemy team detected, picking up the assistance from my friendly team behind me. Now the Stone Cold, or the the TL1 LPC, is a tank which I really enjoy. It's a fantastic double tap premium with that 280 alpha double shot gun with very quick interclip between the two shells. So it does feel really nice when you're just spotting those targets and you quickly double tapping a tank for 600, and you get that damage out in a quick space of time thanks to the interclip reload. It's a tank which has appeared on my channel before. It's a premium tank. Just with all the other Tier 8 premium tanks which I've got, which I like to play now and again just because they are good and fun, like the Dragon, the Chinese medium tank I had a video out the other day. There's lots of good tanks like that, and the Stone Cold's one of them. It's very, very capable Tier 8 medium, especially when you are top tier. We're looking for the kill there on the enemy pattern which made the cross, picking up our second kill of the game, putting us under just above 1000 damage, 100 assistance, and we're 4 tanks up at this point. So this game's going pretty well for our team. We spot this enemy a meal. We're hoping to try and get the finish. We do get the finish, pick up another kill, looking to see if we can find a home for our last shot of the clip, and we spotted the enemy front police. So we're just going to aim in, make sure we hit that shot. We do, rolling for 280 exactly. Now we're going to reload, and if the tank hasn't moved, which we know is just shot, we're going to try and get some more shots in. I kind of thought the Igwa was going to try and escape, but I guess not, and I'm able to actually, thanks to that quick interclip, pick up another kill, confirming our 4th kill of the game. 11 versus 8 at the moment. We've taken away quite a lot of the map control. I'm suspecting there's still going to be a few TDs in sort of the A1 area, but our light tank is pushing, and I'm hoping he's going to detect that the tank destroyers which could potentially be camping there, because what I'd like to do is try and push round, eliminate that angle, and you can see most of the enemy team are actually pushed around into the town. So I'd like to come behind them and pick up some damage. But there is this enemy TD just sort of getting cross shots on us when we try and make that play. So we have just got 2 shots in there, putting us under 2500 damage. Putting the TD onto a clippable amount of health for us now. We're looking to see if we can get the finish. We're going to poke. We're going to see if we can get the confirm. And we do get the kill, picking up the 5 kills, bring this back down to a 9 versus 5. And now the enemy team are kind of trapped in the town. So we're just going to poke round and just get our last final shot in the prototype. Now there's a lot of tanks looking at me. I kind of lost some unnecessary hit points there. I probably should just backed off at the first point. But I do pull back now while I'm on reload. I'm going to try and see if I can get a side shots onto this OHO, which we just seen earlier. We swapped to the heat shells. Now the heat shells on this tank, unlike normal heat shells, they're high velocity rounds, so they actually fire a lot quicker shell velocity than your standard AP rounds, which is a bit weird, but it does mean, yeah, you can see the difference there, how quickly those shots travel compared to how my AP rounds do. Now pulling back round, we've got no hope pushing us, we're on reload, and we don't really want to get dirt by that tank if we can help it. So we're pulling right the way around, so we'd have to really overextend to get shots onto us. But it's now this enemy medium tank behind us, so we're going to pay our attention to this tank, because otherwise we're just going to get caught out. We've got multiple angles to deal with. But now the proc is pushing us, so we're trying to pull back to avoid the shot while we're on our reload. Got to be careful that OHO doesn't just get a shot into the rear of us. So we're pushing around. Unfortunately, We bounce that first shot because it was a heat, and we do pen the final shot. Now it is just Oho left, which would be our Devastator medal, so we're going to try and get round and take him out, but I've got to be careful because I am only on 47 hit points, so I don't really want to die. But he's getting pushed by 2 tanks now, so chances are I'm not going to be able to get there to get the kill. So unfortunately I do miss out on the Devastator, but still a decent game. Let's just get to the scoreboard before we move on for the next replay of the video. We get 6 kills, 4,000 damage, 2,500 assistance, the ace tanker, the high caliber, and the top gun. But yeah, one more replay to come, so let's move on. Okay, so we made it to the final replay of the video on Ellenberg. We are platooned up with the legendary Swindle 321, and this time we're top tier again, but there's no fun police to worry about. As you can see, I'm in the Stone Cold, which is the same version of the tank I just played in the previous video. Exactly the same tank, but you just got this different skin. So I've decided that I've got bored of going the other way near the castle. I wanted to just try and push up straight underneath this ridge, and you know, as it is top tier, just get into a battle as quickly as possible and just start to try and get some damage in. Can be a little bit risky going this way because you often don't get as much support, but I am platooned up with Swindle, so I do have a platoon mate to fall back on. But as you can see here, our light tank does get taken out, does spot the majority of the enemy team, and we're definitely outnumbered, so that does mean I need to get as many shots in as quickly as possible. And just try and take out some enemy tanks. We had a great start to the game with our 2 shots taking out the enemy light tank, the Lycan. So that's a decent tank to get rid of. We're going to try and now get rid of it. We'll get a couple of shots into this Dreadnought, which we've managed to do without getting spotted there through the tree which we knocked down. And that's put us on to just shy of 1,000 damage and 300 assistance. So we've got a decent position here because there's no fun police to worry about. We don't have to concern ourselves about that. We only have to worry about which guns can physically get line, sight on us to get some shots in, and it does give you a lot more freedom to play on this ridge line. You can see Swindle's on the opposite, well, is with me, but on the other side, and it's kind of holding the enemy team back, allowing me to get shots in without them pushing around me, which is great. And I've already picked up another kill there, putting us on to just over 1,000 hit points. So 1,000 damage, sorry, and this game, is still pretty even, but we've got good control here. As the enemy team are not pushing all the way around onto us, we are managing to get decent shots and actually keeping the enemy team detected. Anyone that pokes on that ridge, and in return we picked up 1,000 hit points for that. So we're going to keep poking because every time we poke so far, we have had shots available. Got another 2 shots in. Go back on reload, lose our spot, and just try again as well. Just trying to keep anything we can detected. So there is, you see the enemy tank destroyer. Well, TD here on the hill. He's side on. We're going to get 2 shots in there again, putting us under 2,500 damage. And now this time, while we're on our reload, we've decided it's about that time the enemy team, our friendly team's pushed up into their base. So I'm going to push up along this ridge because I've got more freedom to do so now and get easier shots in the tanks which are holed up to the left and anything here on this hill. We pick up a kill there. We then get unfortunately shot twice by the enemy light tank, but we do ricochet off of the whole armour there. Against tier tanks the same tier, this armour can be okay. You can block stuff off of your turret. Certainly not the most reliable, but you can do it. I'm now getting full sent by this enemy medium who's just had enough of me. I'm hoping that I will have covering shots on the teammates in the cap potentially, because this is a little bit awkward here. He does bounce that shot. Now he is now on enough hit points that I could potentially kill him in one clip, depending on how well I roll. He's bounced a second shot. I got 1 shot in, got 2 shot in, but I just don't roll high enough to kill him, which is awkward because I'm now on another reload. But he then does eventually get taken out by our friendly teammates, and it gives me the freedom to go back up on the ridge and start trying to get some more damage. And as you can see, we're taking away all sort of control from the enemy team now, and we should get them surrounded, just about getting as much damage in as we possibly can. So we're now on to 5,000 damage and 4 kills. While we're on the reload again, we're just looking to see where we've got shots on. There is a tank enemy Minuteman behind us. We're looking to get some shots. We have the back of its turret, which is good. We're going to take this opportunity to see if we can get a kill. We do pick up another kill, confirming our 5th kill of the game. There's still 4 tanks remaining, so I'd like to see if I can get another 1 or 2 kills potentially. But I've got to be quick because this damage is, disappearing in front of us. I'm just going to full send in front of this tank because I wanted to, this game is all about one. I wanted to get the most out of it I could. And that does give me the top gun, 1 tank remaining. And unfortunately we don't get there in time to get up the Devastator again. But we do have a decent game. So let's just get to the scoreboard and wrap this up, see how we got on. We got 6 kills, about 6,000 damage, 2,165 base XP. So that should, in theory, give us the ace tanker. Yeah, so all in all, decent game. 1,500 assistance. Yeah, you see, we do get the ace tanker, the top gun, and the high caliber. So, thank you so much, as always, for watching, and as always, happy tanking.
Enemy in sight! Hadouken!